Morning, this is Jimmy. Working on the old G body today. I guess our projects will change one day, but today we're going to get this to a point of enjoyment somewhere along the line. Since I'm sitting here talking with this poor old pen that's not working so great, thought I'd just mention something. I know people say, well, I ain't got the time to do this or that. I ain't got the time to work on the old cars and stuff. Well, everybody seems to have the time to do what they want to do. And sometimes doing what you want to do is find something you enjoy that gives you an opportunity to think about what's going on around you, maybe the people around you. I remember back in the day when I started fooling around with old cars, I was just a child. And I remember the old men coming to the old shop, not much different than the one I got now. This ain't much of a shop, but it's just a place of repair, maybe even a place of rest of mind. The old men would come up and they'd pull up I'd say pull up a chair, but back then at the old shops, they were heated with wood, and somebody burned a house down or something like that, or tore a house down, they'd bring the house up there and dump it on the side of the shop. We'd bust that wood all winter and stay warm and work, paint, whatever we did. We'd have wood to go through that winter. Well, maybe they would come up and they'd sit on an old stump and watch. I would love to say they watched me because of my skill, but I didn't really have any skill. And as I would go along, I just had energy and strength. It's something we take for granted. And the will to learn, I was interested in what I'm doing. So I would be sitting there and I'd be working, and the old man would be sitting on the stump beside me. He may be 70, 80 years old, maybe not that old, but he would watch the young man work. And I would work, and he would talk every now and then. He'd say something. It wouldn't bother me too much. And at the time, I just couldn't figure out why that was going on. But now, today, I think I can figure out why that was going on. Because there's something that we take for granted. It's time. We don't spend enough time thinking, getting a clear mind, or we make good decisions. We don't spend enough time enjoying the people around us. I can look today and I can see someone, swimming, playing baseball, whatever they're doing, and I can see that energy in that time where they're running wide open in life and doing those types of things. And they don't think anything about it. They'll just take off running everywhere they go. Well, I want to tell you something today. There is a lot of people around that care about you in most situations, and then there's some that you don't think care about you. But I remember all those old men that sat on the stump. It seemed like one after another they would sit there and they would talk about old times and things that they'd been through, and the way times has changed. And I would listen, and it seemed like a way to pass the time. But now I miss those old times because as you get older, those people that are interested in what you're doing, those old timers, that might sit and spend their time with you. You know, time is valuable, especially when you're getting older. They'd sit and they'd spend their time with you. Well, they're all gone now. And today, if we could just sit around and talk about good old times, and the way things used to be, or how we can change things, or how we can pass on skills that we've learned over the years. I think today, I spent 40 years doing body work, and a lot of people might say, well, we don't have to do it that way anymore. We've got this and we've got this. Well, I want to tell you that there's a time coming. You may not have this, or you may not have that. There's a time that a survival type time, as you will, or either there's a time to where you just want to sit back and you don't want to spend every dime you got making something you enjoy doing go faster. Maybe as I sit and talk to you today on my old stump, I want to tell you to slow down and enjoy the family around you and the things around you, and take up knowledge and wisdom from those that have already been there, and they can probably keep you from going through some of the things that they went through, the hard times. Seems like most of the things I learned the hard way, but it don't have to be that way. So slow down and think about it as you go about your day doing what you do.